Okay, I'm driving, but this is something I wanted to share with Sudanese American women like myself, ones that have come here very young or maybe born here, and still very very much in both cultures, right? I want y'all to understand this: the men, right, the boys that are being raised here in America, their opinions of how we should conduct ourselves mean nothing, right? Because they get the privilege of being as Americanized as they fucking want to be, which they should be because they are Americanized. Like, we can't go against what is. We are Americanized, whether we like it or not. We are Americanized. We have lived in America. We have immersed ourselves in this melting pot. We are Americanized. So they get that privilege to be as Americanized as they want to be. And funny enough, they get that privilege in Sudan too. Every man is Americanized globally. Crazy, right? So this whole, oh, you guys are too Americanized, y'all are too westernized, what about our culture, tell them to eat dick, because they want us to bear the burden of teaching our young ones later on our culture and everything that comes with it, while they get to just do whatever and exist as modern men in this culture that they are currently living in. No, fuck that. Don't take that mental burden for the next generation. The next generation is going to be just fine. They're going to be just fucking fine. It's not your responsibility to carry other people's burdens of lack, right? Like, you don't have to do the most. You don't have to out Sudanese everyone else just to prove your worth, because that shit is actually worthless. It really is. Like, when we think about all these little requirements, all these little things that are expected of us, so many of them are really just chores that the men didn't want to fucking do. It really is. So don't carry that burden. And like, me coming off, a lot of times, like, men will be like, oh, you're angry. I could never be angry. I don't follow your rules. I'm not angry. But what I can see happening is a lot of women coming to that anger and that resentment later on in their lives, when they realize that they never lived for themselves. Instead, they lived for everybody else. They lived for their culture. They lived for da-da-da. They lived for kalam and nas. Like, don't be a cautionary tale, dude. Like, we've heard, like, pretty much all the adults in our community are cautionary tales. Didn't go after their dreams, didn't do nothing that they wanted to, just follow the rules and were quiet, and okay, they were good, they were not problematic. Like, y'all, don't be a cautionary tale. But yeah, specifically, like, Sudanese American young women, do not allow their experience and their privilege to completely blind you of the truth, because they can say anything to you. They can try to convince you that your value is based on how other people feel about you, but it's bullshit. Fuck how the Sudanese community feels about you. The fuck? The Sudanese community is like, what is that? What does that even mean? Like, kalam and nas, what does that even mean? Like, you need to abandon these really, really stupid ideas and move on with your life and be a giant, girl. Be a fucking giant. Stomp on these people. Speak your truth. Talk your shit. Live your life. Yani, at the end of the day, y'all think everything is haram. The fuck? Please get out of that. Get out of that everything halal, everything haram mentality. Stop trying to classify everything as halal and haram just because it's how we came up. Like, please grow. Experience the culture that you're actually in. That doesn't mean you have to go out and be, half naked. That doesn't mean you have to be out here, having premarital sex. That doesn't mean you have to be out here drinking and clubbing. That doesn't mean none of that. It really don't mean none of that. It just means, hey, you have the freedom to be who you are. Use it. That's it. And men, Sudanese men specifically, they're so threatened by that, because they don't get any of the privilege that they got when your dumbass was just conforming. I'm just saying.